You'd think someone who can break a brick with their bare hands or flip a person like a pancake would be constantly angry, right? Wrong. Martial artists, despite what Hollywood movies might have you believe, are some of the most peaceful people you'll ever meet. And no, this isn't a coincidence. There's a method to the madness, a philosophy behind every punch, kick, and bow. Today we are diving deep into why mastering the art of combat often creates the art of calm. Let's start with a common misconception. Martial artists are aggressive. Watch a fight scene in a movie and you'll think, yep, these people must be perpetually angry at the world. But in reality, the exact opposite is true. Martial artists train themselves for years, sometimes decades, to control themselves to master restraint. Every strike you see is built on foundation of discipline, awareness and control. It's like watching a hurricane. A martial artist looks calm on the surface, but inside there's immense energy. And that energy isn't destructive. It's precise, controlled, and purposeful. They channel what could be chaos into focus. Martial arts isn't physical, it's mental. To learn how to break a board with your hand, you need patience. To perfect a spinning kick, you need focus. And to spar without hurting someone, you need empathy. Think about it. Someone who can instantly disable an opponent but chooses not to. That's not weakness, that's mastery, that's peace. Martial artists know the power of their own body, and with that knowledge comes responsibility. They aren't looking for fights, they're looking for harmony. It's similar to learning to drive a Ferrari. You can slam the gas and crash within seconds, or you can understand every inch of the car, every turn, every brake, as glide smoothly down the road. Martial artists are the Ferrari drivers of their own bodies. Here's the thing, martial arts is basically moving meditation. Every block, kick, and stance forces you to be in the present moment. When you are in the middle of a kata or a form, your mind isn't wandering to that email you forgot to send or that fight you had with your friend. It's fully here, fully now. And when your mind is fully present, fear and anger have no room to grow. You start responding instead of reacting. That's why martial artists often remain calm in situations that would make most people panic. It's like they've trained their mind as much as their body. Martial arts teaches you to understand others. You learn to read movements, predict intentions, and anticipate actions. And with that understanding comes empathy. When you know how a person might strike or react, you realize that violence is rarely necessary. Often the most peaceful choice is the most effective. It's like playing chess. Every move you make has consequences. You don't just attack for the sake of attacking, you strategize, you wait, you choose the right moment. A martial artist sees life as a chessboard, not a battlefield. Here's a paradox. The more powerful someone becomes, the less they need to prove it. Martial artists are confident, not cocky, not arrogant, but secure in their ability, and confidence breeds peace. Someone who fears being weak might lash out, might overreact. But someone who knows their own strength, they can walk away, they can de escalate, they can smile while others would yell. That's why so many martial artists seem serene. Their strength isn't just in their body, it's in their mind. And that makes them untouchable by anger, fear, and chaos. Martial arts isn't about training in the dojo, it affects every part of a practitioner's life: eating habits, sleeping routines, exercise, relationships, all influenced by the discipline learned in martial arts. A person who can control their own body and mind is less likely to act irrationally in the world outside. And that's peace. True peace doesn't come from avoiding it, it comes from being prepared, aware, and mindful enough to handle it gracefully. Martial artists learn that the best fight is the one you don't have. They're taught to assess situations, to de escalate, to walk away when possible. Physical confrontation is always the last resort. It's like a firefight with a fire extinguisher for your body. You carry immense power, but your first instinct isn't to burn things down, it's to protect, contain, and preserve. Here's the final piece. Martial artists cultivate inner peace, and that peace radiates outward. They often become calm anchors in chaotic environments. People around them feel it. Friends, family, even strangers. That calm isn't forced, it's trained, earned, and deeply internalized. Martial arts is the ultimate paradox. You train to fight, but you emerge peaceful. You learn the art of combat, but what you gain is the art of calm, the mastery of self, and the ability to navigate life with clarity and composure. So, the next time you see someone practicing martial arts, don't think of them as just a fighter. Think of them as a master of themselves, someone who trained their body, sharpened their mind, and cultivated inner peace. Martial artists aren't constantly angry, they are the opposite. They're disciplined, aware, empathetic, and above all, peaceful. And that perhaps is the greatest strength of all.